My name is Jonathan Sharf, and I'm about to show you guys how to make a Mediterranean dish called shakshuka. What's amazing about shakshuka is we don't know the exact origin. However, there's many countries that believe that they are the start of this shakshuka. Some of the countries are Libya, Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco. However, Yemen holds a very spicy shakshuka, which makes it think that maybe it started in Yemen because they have such strong ties to it. So let me go through with what we're going to be using today. We're going to be using a couple spices. We got the crushed red pepper, the black pepper, the paprika, the chili powder, the onion powder, garlic powder, and some salt. And then our main set of dishes are going to be tomatoes, which are going to be 1 can of petite diced tomatoes. You can also use regular tomatoes. The great part of the tomatoes is that they have a lot of phytochemicals. So some of the phytochemicals that I have that are potential health effects in the recipes that I have is I got onions, and onions are great allicin or organ sulfur compound, which has antimicrobial that may reduce ulcers, and they also may lower blood cholesterol. I have capsaicin, caps right here, and that modulates blood clotting and possibly reduces the risk of fatal clotting of heart and artery disease, which are the hot peppers. And then lastly, we have the carotenoids, which acts as antioxidants and possibly reduces cancer. And that is our tomatoes. And like you see, we have a lot. As you can see, I put the 2 onions in. I put a couple of hot peppers. I got the regular pepper in. And what we're doing right now is we're just going to let it warm up, and then we're going to simmer for a couple of minutes. What we really want to do is to get it nice and golden. We want to get the onions nice and golden and nice and sweet. At the same time, we got to take a look at what we got for spices. We got some garlic. The thing is, a lot of people want to ask you the amount. I would say depending on the size of the pan, you could just do a couple depending on how spicy you want it. So I'm just going to put some garlic, and then I got my chili powder here. Depending on how spicy you like it, I like it really spicy. That's why you see all the hot peppers. I got 2 different hot peppers in there. I got jalapenos. I got my serrano in there, and then I'm adding some hot pepper flakes. I'm going to give it some black pepper. Make sure you put a lot of black pepper in it. It really gives a lot of flavor. Paprika. Can't ever do with not enough paprika. And then what I also like to enjoy with this meal, and sometimes I usually start eating before because it takes a little time to prep, is I love my olives. Green olives, a lot of times in the olive oil. Just wonderful snacking food. The cool thing about it is I only use a little bit of olive oil to get it golden, and I'm going to add a pinch of salt and a couple more pinches of salt just to make sure that I really enjoy the flavor. Don't put too much salt in because too much sodium is just a little unhealthy. The best part is that now we're just going to have to wait. Make sure that it's on medium height for the medium heat, and I also want you to just keep mixing it around and around. So let's talk about the health benefits. So there's so many good health benefits because if you take a look at what we're eating, we have so many vegetables, olive oil, and then the thing is, most of the time I use whole wheat pita bread just on the side, but this time I'm actually just using plain pita bread, which it has 160 calories of pita, not bad. At the end, I'm going to add my eggs, which are my protein. And I like to only eat the egg whites, but I will do it like the normal traditional way, is they do it with the yolks in it that are poached at the end. Just keep letting it go. We're going to wait on the tomato sauce until everything is golden. One other great thing about this is it's usually a breakfast food, but since all the spice, a lot of people have it for lunch and dinner. Alright, we're back. Check how golden that is. That's gorgeous right there. And what we are going to do now is we're going to put in our crushed tomatoes. Make sure to keep our heat not too high because you don't want it to get burnt now. So as you can see, it's around a 6. And you're just gonna add that tomatoes in, just really get that nicely in. Everyone does it a little bit differently, but some people add meat. A lot of people really enjoy adding like a ground beef before. You could definitely do that, and I would tell you, if you're gonna do that, saute it before, keep it out, and then at the end add it. So right now, just get it nice and mixed, and we're gonna keep it cooking for another maybe 10 minutes. We really want to get the tomatoes nice and warm because we're gonna be poaching the eggs. So it's gonna be real. We gotta wait. Maybe just throw on Netflix or something while you're doing it, because you just never know. Sometimes it just takes a little longer than other times, but you really want it. Make sure it doesn't get out of hand. Best part about this is a lot of people make it on a single serving dish. They'll cook this whole big pot and then they'll put it on separate pots to make sure. So basically, right after that, you'll put it on a small pot and you'll be able to do individual size. But right now, I'm going to show you guys how to do servings for like one person, maybe 2. Just kidding. At least 4 or 5. Depending on, right now I'm only going to be using 5 eggs. So this is probably for 2 or 3 people. But, if you want to do it, you can add 8, 9 eggs. Right, so we're ready for the eggs. So my little trick is I make a little circle where I'm going to put my eggs. And it's going to be right between, almost down to the bottom of the pan. I'm going to be doing 6 eggs. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What's great about this is a lot of people don't like the yolk. They don't like the cholesterol of the yolk, so they don't put it in. I put it in, and then if people don't like it, they can either take it out or eat around it. So what the best part is I don't have a big enough top, so I just use a little tin foil, and wow, look at that. That looks gorgeous. I'm just going to add a little salt and pepper, and then basically we're ready to eat. And the best part is we're going to have a little pita bread with it. And it's dinner time, so I guess I got dinner, so I hope I enjoy it. I didn't taste it much because I've been talking the whole time, but I think it smells delicious. It smells a little spicy, but let's go try it. All done. Let's get this off. Let's try how it came out. Look at that. That looks gorgeous. Perfectly cooked egg right there. And you know what's the best part of this? As we saw in, through a whole semester of nutrition class, the main thing we saw is portion size. Like, I was joking around before, like 1 egg, 7 eggs just for me, but you realize, you got all your vegetables, you got your proteins, everything in here. You got your carbohydrates if you want some pita and maybe some orange juice or a glass of red wine for dinner. But the main thing is the portion size. And this is such a great thing to have, and you can keep in your refrigerator for a week or 2. And, you could go out and warm it up, and you have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So I love this meal because it's just so great. The health benefits are wonderful. It tastes amazing, and everyone that's ever tried it just enjoys it. So thank you so much for watching it, and I hope you guys get to try it at home. Later, guys.